Hello, my name is Johnny. Welcome to another Marvel Character Talk. We're going to do another look through the issue edition. Classic Silver Age comic, Tales to Astonish, with Ant-Man. Great Jack Kirby cover. If you'd like, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, like, reply, and share. This one's nice. There they are in the cover corner there. This would be Ant-Man's last appearance, full appearance. Because next issue, Hank Pym would become Giant Man. I believe I did a video on that one. So this is number 48, October of 63 cover. Ant-Man and the Wasp battle the Porcupine. And he wasn't just a one-shot. He might not be a very powerful villain, certainly B-list or less, but he'd come back. Later on, he'd be in a team-up with Count Nefaria and a bunch of other ones to fight the X-Men. And he'd show up at various times to fight Captain America. A really neat Captain America from 83. He was in. See, they've got some dialogue on the cover. Ant-Man is drowning, and I'm powerless to save him. No one that lives is mighty enough to resist me. It's got a nice sheen to it. The dreaded Porcupine, a supervillain you'll never forget. Look at that classic Ant-Man in the water there. Kirby goodness. Nice coloration. Very nice looking. Take a look at the back. The classic ad. And we'll see who's doing what on the inside. 1963. Ant-Man and the Wasp defy the Porcupine. Story, plot, Stan Lee. H.E. Huntley did the script. Don Heck, art, and lettering, Sam Rosen. So art means this is Heck drawing and inking. Usually he did Iron Man, but sometimes he would do the Ant-Man too. There they are, flying in. There's the original Wasp outfit. Very cool. Look at our little antennas there, and you can see Ant-Man's antennas. Going to an army plant. And then it starts in there. Holds a picture and he studies it. Yes, the Porcupine. Nature's perfect fighting machine. So we're going to see an origin story of this villain in here. Very cool. This guy could have been, with this art and everything, could have been an Iron Man story. There he is, donning his outfit. He's got a gas mask, protect him from fumes. And look at his uniform opens up. Special group of tubes. And he's got different things. Stun pellets, ammonia, liquid fire, mine tubes, all the rest. Could defeat any foe. Kind of cool. Porcupine, the greatest criminal the world has ever known. Not quite, but he did last a while. Very cool. So there's getting his idea what he wants to do. There's Jan and Hank. There's the Porcupine show up. There they are in their civilians, so they can't do anything right away. There he is, releases his gas. These are fairly nice pages, kind of whitish for the time, being that it's almost 60 years old. This is 2022 when I'm filming this. This is a 1963 comic. They are. They're going to change into their get up ready, their outer clothes and get into their uniforms. There he is on his aunt. Get her back to bed. She got too much of the gas. Look at how cool the ants look. As I said, this is the last full Ant-Man story of the original run. The Giant Man next He'd still changed down to Ant-Man a little bit, but mainly featured his giant man form. There's how teeny he is there. Look at him, he's putting him in a tub. Remember in the Ant-Man movie, Scott Lang was in a tub. He was first practicing changing. The MCU movie. Yes, oh, there he is, finding him. Getting the ants to help. She couldn't get him out. Liquid cement. Getting some traps made. Help out. I'm still not beaten. You forgot my back quills are still workable. Forgot about those accursed ants behind me. So he gets away. Whoop. Won the first round, but I'll make my suit more perfect and I'll be back. She had that flu. So that was the end. It's a 13-page story. And then the rest of the book is going to be some of the fantasy-type stories. You can see who did this one. Stan Lee, Larry Lieber, Matt Fox, Art Simic. Of course, Larry Lieber is still alive, and that's Stan Lee's younger brother. Stan Lee is Stanley Lieber. See how he changed his name there? Stan Lee. Story. It's the end of that one. More cool ads. Grog grows his own tail. It's only $1. That was a lot of money back then. This comic was only 12 cents. That's one of the text stories that they had in them at this time. Before long, in a year, they'd have Hulk as a co-feature in this magazine. And then they usually do, at the end there, they've got a nice Stan Lee, Steve Ditko story. Art drawn and inked by Steve Ditko. And one of their letterers, Art Simic, does the lettering. The little green man. All right, then. Jasper Jinx made a deal with the little green man, and although Jasper himself was less than fair, the little green man lived up to his part of the bargain, to poor Jasper's ever-living regret. Very cool. These are little 5-page stories. On one of these I showed, because Ditko did this, one of the kids looked just like a young Peter Parker. There he is, the little green man. So these were little fantasy stories, kind of fun. They usually had some kind of a twist ending. I fixed his engine so that it doesn't require fuel. Unless he figures out how to land it, he will fly through the air forever. Sort of like little Twilight Zone twists. Twilight Zone was still on the air at this time. Very cool. There's the Toy Soldiers Foot Locker. They had that type of thing running for years to send away for. All right, it was another look through a classic Silver Age Marvel comic. Ant-Man. Ant-Man doesn't get enough recognition of being fun as he is. Very cool, very neat. So it was Hank Pym as Ant-Man. Then they added the Wasp in issue 44. Becomes Giant Man in 49. In issue 60, they add the Hulk as a co-feature. And by 69, issue 69, that'll be the last Ant-Man / Giant Man and Wasp story. And Submariner would start as the co-feature in Tales To Astonish in issue 70 in 1965. The book had run until early 1968, and I believe on this it went to 101, and starting with 102, the Hulk would get his own monthly comic back in 68 and continue on the numbering sequence from this book. Alrighty, until next time, more Marvel character talk to come. Thank you.